And 2 members of Nebraska Task Force 1 were deployed over the weekend to Kentucky.
Now, these Nebraskans are working to clean up and help other task force groups across the country account for everyone who is still missing. Channel 8's Alexis Koneski has more on that story.
I mean, growing up, all of us living in Tornado Alley, we're used to tornadoes, but I think what we're not used to is the distance this travel. This is 200 and some miles of destruction, and although some of it was rural, it definitely took its toll on the populated cities. So
Brad Thavenet, a member of Nebraska Task Force 1 and the battalion chief of search and rescue for Lincoln Fire, was deployed to Kentucky within 24 hours of the natural disaster. He was activated on Saturday and arrived at the State Emergency Operations Center in Frankfort, Kentucky, early Sunday morning. Thavenet is one of 2 members of the task force that were sent to help. A captain with Omaha Fire is also there. He's about 3.5 hours southwest near Mayfield, Kentucky.
the method of collapse of the structures, we're used to a lot of roofs being blown off and trees down and stuff. Here, whole structures were taken over, and obviously whole factories, like the candle factory, was just came down in a pile of wreckage. It looks just like a mangled steel, mess.
Thavenet says he's the coordination piece of the efforts, the command element. He's working hand in hand with the state, assigning positions and telling task force members who are in the field going through the rubble where they're going next. He says this is one of the worst disasters he has seen in his 20-year career with the task force because of how spread out the devastation is. He says seeing the rubble brings back memories from his childhood.
I grew up in Grand Island in the tornadoes of 1980, so I had witnessed some of that as a kid, the destruction. So I definitely felt for all the destruction, the families, the loss.
Thavenet says he's here for the long haul and is prepared to stay as long as needed. The rest of the Nebraska Task Force is on standby should there be a need for more. Reporting in Lincoln, Alexis Koneski, Channel 8 News.
Also, 5 volunteers with the Nebraska Red Cross are also either there or on their way to Kentucky to help with the response as well.